summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
At the throwing, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because of that.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bruce Irvin able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Prescott now from the 50. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Elliott, the Cowboy.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It's caught. Cooper. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Cowboys.
On first down, Elliott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19-yard
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down and 7. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Seahawks, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
Taken down.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Sets up first down and goal at the 3-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try again with Elliott. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Prescott to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Oh, my gosh.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Gain of 15.
Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run the counter. Pollard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down by KJ.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay.
You're doing why is she in trouble?
This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing. Because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tyrone Crawford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On the keeper.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he's got room. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. David Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
What'd you say?
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Okay, where's your iPad at?
And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 16, Prescott over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Complete here. It's Hyde.
What?
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Wow.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point after.
So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Across midfield.
Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year and on the stop there. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darian Thompson.
He wasn't even near. That's why he dove like
their
that.
own 45-yard line.
Wow.
At their own.
So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it.
Why didn't he slide?
That's an excellent job of recognizing the situation.
Bro, what the
his
heck?
first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
A gain of 13.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give to Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flowers. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
4 yards.
They go play action with Wilson.
2nd and 6.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Seahawks.
Give him 32 on the play.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's
Bro, what the fuck?
More inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
And he rifles one incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to
so 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Today's final score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one